dress up, and we called them the cartoon game, and we'd sit around the set and talk about cartoons. And one time they were like, "Andy, go downstairs." And so I went down, and they were like, "They talked to Brack." And it was like, "How many books and stuff?" And you can see how, I think I was like 28 or something like that.
Ah, that's 6 years older than me.
You can see how uncomfortable I was talking to them, trying to make that fun stuff. It's cringy.
Yeah.
So now, I think once you get old enough, you get in front of the audience and you just go up to the mic and just say whatever. My mom craps herself. Yeah.
You get a bunch of laughs.
I took my daughter to Kings Island. You know what's fun in an amusement park? Diarrhea. And I took a couple improv classes, and I hate them. I took a couple improv classes at the Groundlings and everything like that, just so I could be comfortable making stuff up off the top of my head in front of people. And that kind of helped me go out on stage and just kind of breathe. My early stand-up, when I would do it in Atlanta, I was too dependent on the sound of the audience and stuff. And any little fraction of a second of silence, it would just freak me out. But at some point you just think, I don't care. And it kind of really eases you. Plus, when I do stand-up now, I'll stew about it for a couple of weeks. If I know it's coming up, I'll write the whole thing in my mind and kind of go over every day until it drives me crazy. And then I'll get up on stage and just be like, bleh. And I think I can hold my own now. No, I didn't do stand-up first. I didn't even write in Hollywood. I didn't even expect to write. I just was comfortable doing programming cartoon and being the main cartoon expert at the Meadowlark. And it got to me after about 10 episodes. So I was like, fuck this, I don't want to fight for lines anymore. And I went back to just doing programming. It was nice for a while. It was a very little while because maybe about 2 months after I went back into programming, TBS wanted it on the Space Ghost popularity, so that's when Cartoon Planet came about. It was originally a TBS show that we made the little Cartoon Planet pieces to go around cartoons and stuff. And I don't think we ever said, here's a Tom and Jerry cartoon. There's no Cartoon Planet segment that says that. We always just made little comedy snippets in between the cartoons. And then our pieces got so popular, it got more fan mail, and we took it off of TBS and put it on Cartoon Network and got rid of the cartoons altogether. Just a half hour of snippets.
Half hours, funny things.
Yeah, and it was so seat of the pants. It was so only Turtles and Company at the time that we got away with a lot of stuff. And we knew our limits with standards and practices, so we never really crossed the line. So we knew if we didn't cross the line, we could just make shit and not throw it on the air as fast as we could. So that's what we did. And it ended up being upwards of 500 old Cartoon Planet pieces, because we were constantly making them for a couple of years. So we just block booked audio time, read what our scripts were, and then we would usually have maybe an hour left of audio in the audio booth, and so that's when we would go in. That's where Highway 40 came from, and other songs. It was just making stuff up when we had extra time. Yeah. So then you get like crazy experimental shit like Peter Down and stuff like that. You know, George in the studio and stuff like that. So a lot of it was us just messing around. But we also had Eddie Horst. So Pete Smith would always write a lot of songs and take them to Eddie, and Eddie would compose some music around them and stuff. And so we had that. So there were structured parts of cartoon planning, but then there was also a lot of improvised stuff.
So a lot of those indie cartoons that you're talking about, they felt like a bunch of news crackers on the here.
Yeah, that's what it was. And when I moved to Iron Promotions, I would have to make what's called D and E bumps. D is departure, E is, I don't know. D is like you're going out of the show, the commercial saying, well, you're going back after this. And then E bumps are like, now back to this show. And I got to a point when I was making those where I thought, kids aren't stupid. And I would just make stupid little things that they knew was going to commercial. For a while I was doing something called Incredibly Short Cartoons, and I would just like take a shot of Billy from Billy and Andy walking down the street in front of him, and then I would be like, that's the end of the cartoon! And it would be just like a little 5-second thing with that. So, yeah, I never was really sold on telling people that commercial was coming. You know, I always wanted to fill it with stuff that people could laugh at. You know, there's always looking for a joke somewhere.
And like outside of the handball Merrill makeover stuff and Space Ghost stuff, like you also did stuff with Disney, like Gravity Falls, Kid, you also did Adventure Time. And for the first two items, what was like working with mouse?
No, the only thing that the only problem for Disney it takes very Kif was a little different. But Kif, it's funny, Kif is written by Kenneth Osborne, who wrote Adventure Time. So I think I got on to Kif because Kent wrote, and Kif's uncle had been in an episode, like 3 episodes before I was the voice, but never spoke. So I think Kent definitely had me in mind when we wrote the character, because he had written James for Adventure Time. So Kif was a good pressure, because he was just basically me being sad. Adventure Time was crazy. I met Penn Ward at a Cartoon Network Christmas party. And we were just steadily getting drunk from it. But my initial meeting with Penn at the party was like, I was just gushing over how much I loved Adventure Time and stuff. And just kept looking at me like, who's this guy? And somebody midway through our conversation came over and said, hey, what do you need to do? Brad doing this. And once he found out that I was Brad, his total body language changed, his eyes went, wait! So about a year later, he had written an episode James. He was good for 3 episodes. And then Alex Hirsch was always a big fan. I met Alex in his office at Disney, and the first thing I saw was the black cookie jar. But I was supposed to be Joctopus on Fish Hooks, who John Maggio later took the role. But I was originally cast as Joctopus. And I had to turn it down because I went to the head of the network and I was like, can I do this? Can I change my name or whatever? They
Yeah.
touch the monkey.
Yeah, big dope.
Don't touch me.
Oh.
It's the Saturdays.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
no.
not Satan. I was like, I had a line in the first Dr. team with me that I had the audience for.
You know what? It's funny. I was going to bring up.
It was filthy. Really filthy. What was it? My only experience with bull semen activated my gag reflex.
Oh.
Then you hear the sounds, and then after like a split second, No, oversoft was not to me at first. Oversoft was, I don't know who it was, but I think he was very flaming gay or something like that, and it just wasn't working for him as a nemesis boss or something. So they brought me in, and I kind of just read it as, what if Hitler was stupid? So I put through the loud in there, and so, but there's not so much arms, and it's too much arms. So I kind of, back the arms a little bit more, and think about it, German, not an Austrian. So, for a long time, my ex-wife thought I spoke German. And so we kept going to Germany every year to see the Christmas markets and stuff. I knew enough to get by, to order a beer and stuff like that. She thought I spoke fluent German. And she spoke French, but I understood French people better than she did. Because I knew how to order a crepe. Je voudrais une crepe. Jambon, une egg. Oh, Jesus. I can't mix accents. It boils my brain.
Guys,
I can do the other day, I was doing impressions, Brad doing impressions of B-52s and stuff like that. It was from Song for a Future Generation. It was Brad doing Cindy from the B-52s. Hi, my name is Cindy. I like chihuahuas and Chinese noodles. And then somebody was like, we're not doing Columbo. It was like 11 o'clock at night, so I covered the camera when I just turned on and one more thing. Yeah, I meant to ask you about the ashtray. And my wife loves the ashtray. I'm just wondering how much the ashtray weighs. Yeah, you can pick up the ashtray and knock it back cold with it. I just asked because my wife, she loves the ashtray.
Now, all I can picture is an episode of Columbo, and Brack is superimposed walking.
You keep that pen in your pocket and go into somebody's brain.
Like he's also wearing a trench coat.
And we did an autopsy, and there was a little ink inside the brain. There's a special kind of ink, that only that pen holds. You're under arrest, Mr. Dickens.
I was going to say, if anybody has any questions, anybody have any questions? Columbo, right. I'm telling you, that needs to be done, man.
The wife, she's just a big fan. Couldn't get in a lot of grass. Those are some nice cigars. the shows that we did at William Street, we never really recorded together. There were a few instances in Cartoon Planet and stuff like that where I would jump in the booth with George and Clay. We would play off each other. But I was excited because I got the part in Adventure Time because I heard they all recorded together in Adventure Time. And so I thought, oh boy, I get to record with everybody. But I showed up to do my part, and most of them were there, but I had to do it alone because James makes a lot of robot background most times.
So did you find that more free as a voice actor? Did you find that more free, or was it more restricting to do this?
I think it would be more restricting to actually record with a group because you don't really have that much space to, you don't have room to mess with the lines and stuff. I feel like recording on my own, I could just add as much as I could. And it's always a surprise to find something that you pulled out of your butt in the studio that made the actual show. So, and a lot of that happened with Jellystone. They wrote me what I call a working indie script. I had a writing instructor, professor in college that wrote Family Community. And a lot of those scripts were just kind of the gist of the line from What to Say, because Robin Williams would always have something better to say than the writers would. So the Jellystone people would be like, here's the line, you know the character, just play with it. And so if you saw the Jellystone episode, there's a part where he's like, and I'm more popular than you on Cartoon Planet, I got more man. My mom tried to include every single show that Brad was on that line. Yeah, so definitely, if you're recording by yourself, you're all free to add to the a lot of them, not a lot of them, some of them friend of me. I've never really worked with anybody who's been asked about it.
Like, no, I don't want that. I don't want the funny guy add this. That's nice. I don't want that.
Just read the line. Okay. You got a nice place. I always
You hold this.
Yeah, of course.
The dancer, everybody.
You big dumb idiot. What is it with you? You moron. It's Zorak right here.
Shut up, Zorak. Take your wings and fly away.
No.
She's turning into Zorak.
Look.
She's gonna eat the head of her mate.
Yes,
And then the panel is taken over by Zorak.
Yeah, that's it on me.
Come on up.
I wanted to know where you guys get the crack. I mean, normally shooting that.
Yeah. I think the Brad show came about, and if you see any like early press for the show, they called it Leave the Brad because that's what it was in the early credits. But the original purpose of the Brad show, it took a while to get there. We were going from the variety show. Brian Williams, the Brad show started Brad, and then Pete and Jim Fortier had this idea of Brad on a pirate ship, and it was getting really complicated. And then that got turned down, and then we were like, let's just make fun of the, average so every single episode, it was like, Meet the Brack, the Brack's live. We would just name each episode, at least maybe the first 6 episodes after the sitcom. So that was just like that piece of Americana where Brack had a normal family, sort of. He still had the Brack mom. The Cuban dad came from I Love Lucy. Brack's dad's height came from just an early animatic meeting that we went to. They had put in the background and they just hadn't sized him up yet in the chair. And we were like, they started sizing him up and we were like, no, this is really funny. So that's why he was short, because just because of the script. When they were showing us the original dad. So yeah, it was basically us making fun of the original sitcoms. And then it kind of went off the chain from there. So yeah. Time Machine, I want to say, I wanted to have them avoid doing their homework so they would go back in time and make their other songs good.
I
had that stolen from Tiny Toon Adventures. There was an episode of Buster Bunny and Bucky Duck. You didn't plagiarize, shut up! You just did the same idea.
You are laughing at me.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Have you got some weird stuff just as people were trying to get on the show? Or was there anything particularly memorable or like super weird?
I don't remember much about that. I do remember we made up the first few to get the ball rolling. Because, we could have just said, hey, write to it. But to get the ball rolling, I remember hiring Dave Willis, and he wrote the first few Meadowlark Day stuff. Dave created opportunity here for us, Pretty Faces going to help commercials. But he was originally hired as a PA. But yeah, he wrote a couple of original letters, and then we got letters just pouring in after that. And I just had a conversation with T.V. Spring from Mystery Science Theater on Twitter a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? We were the only ones that actually gave shit at the time to actually answer the viewer mail. And Frank was like, yeah, I remember going to the post office in Minnesota and was getting those big bags of mail and being excited to read all the viewer feedback and finding the gem of the letter to like write stuff around. So that was always fun. It was finding the letter where somebody was like, I like your show. I want to do this. I like being a pilot. Shut up. And then we were like, oh, this is perfect. And then we would just write around that. Yeah, Meadowlark Day kind of started fakely, but ended up after about 4 segments became like real. It was just really nice to see the feedback from people. You don't really get that anymore. You don't get physical mail. You get people don't really email crap anymore. You would just get that instant satisfaction out of reading a tweet or Instagram comment. And it just, I don't think it would feel the same as actually getting a physical letter being able to throw it up on the air and say, well, here's your letter that you wrote. So I still, people will, once I started getting the followers on Twitter, people started doing a lot of personal my favorite is like this 4-year-old drew this horrible picture of Brian. And it's just so cute. And he wrote my little speech balloon and it says, I like bananas. Love that so much. If you follow me on Twitter, my avatar is some guy just drew this really detailed picture of Brad. I guess how I would think of him if he aged to my age. Just be his grumpy old country. So that's my avatar on Twitter.
So we got some rapid questions here. So wrapping up here. So you guys said this before, but I like to ask this question every time. It's different for every audience. What is your favorite kind of taco?
There's a place in I can't remember the name of it. They got chicken hot tacos. Really good. But the beef tumbling that they had at this taco place were just, oh my gosh. But there's a place, Grand Central in LA that has like the best tacos, and they have chicharron tacos that are just like, you just want to blow your head off after eating it because it's the best thing ever.
Never gonna get anything as good as this.
Yeah, it was just like, it's like a pork skin tacos.
Yeah.
Holy crap. It was really good.
Absolutely awesome. Who wins in a fight? Brack or Overton?
Wow. Overton. Because Brack is more of a pacifist. He was more fun. Yeah, I don't know. I think Brack is smarter than everyone. Both are dumb, but I think.
Instead of pretty low on the intelligence scale.
I think Brack, I don't know. He's got the spikes. I was going to say Brack could just kick him in the face, but he's got the spikes. I don't know. I think it'd be a draw.
Yeah.
There. I didn't answer your question.
You would just go get Mozart, and Mozart would just vaporize it.
Multar is my breath, so Multar would be on the first.
Yeah, like I would help him either.
Mozart would still go.
Do
I'm gonna do it.
I don't want to do it with him either.
this. So please. We both do that.
Gotta help.
Say you're gonna come back.
I only work with that. Screw you guys.
Why do I even hang out with him?
So where can everybody follow you? We just talked about X, Twitter.
I am Andy is Brack on TikTok, 802 on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook is only for high school friends and family, so that goes for everyone. So. When's the next reunion? Let me go to Facebook.
And then you're gonna be
Facebook is I'm a good boy. Twitter is politics.
So you're gonna be at your table for the rest of the day here today?
Yes.
All right. So guys, if you have any questions or if you want to go and get some signatures, hang out with Brax, the puppet, get some music. He plays music there all day. It's great.
Yeah.
If you want to go and hang out with Andy, he'll get us table for the rest of the day, guys. Put your hands together for Andy Merrill.
Yay! Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yay!
Let's get really big audiences once Space Ghost became really popular in the 90s. San Diego Comic Con, we just had these big, huge
It's great because it's still in character.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah!
I'm gonna go sit down.
Eddie Horse.